Hello everyone, welcome to our Arduino tutorial number 2. In this tutorial we are going to learn how to use a button with a Arduino and how you can manually control an LED with a button. So in this tutorial we will use a button to control an LED that turns on when we press it and goes off when we release it. But before dive into the main tutorial, first we have to know what button is. A button is always done on job. Just connect and disconnect the circuit connection, nothing else. I am drawing a block diagram of a two-legged button that is already shown here. The block diagram of this button like this. You can see when the button is in normal form or when it is in released condition, the circuit is act as an open circuit. Okay, because two terminal are separated from each other. And when you just press it, then what happened? This terminal just overlapped to this terminal. Then this will be a short circuit. So it just connect and disconnect a circuit connection. Okay. If you just draw another button and if you just connect a battery with this circuit, then it is clear that no current flow through this circuit. Why? Because our button that I am showing here, it is in released condition. Okay, and when we just pressed the button, the current that from the battery flowing through all over the circuit. Okay, so it is clear that when you used a button, then you can manually interrupt with your microcontroller, or here we can call it is Arduino. Okay, so we are doing just on job. Just connect our button to the Arduino, and when we just press the button, somehow it send a signal, a corresponding signal going through the Arduino, and Arduino responds through the LED. Okay, but same things happened in the four legs button. We have also a four legs version of button. The only difference is there are a couple of legs represent the same terminal. Okay, why? Because this pin and this pin represent the same pin. Why? Because it is just shorted already. Okay, and same things here. So when we just press the button, this terminal and this terminal will be shorted. Okay, so in our project we can use both of them, but we select the two terminal button because it is easy to use, and most probably the best button for this project to understand. Okay, then most important fact is you can use the button in two ways, with library and without library. The way of using library is easier than without using it. Okay, but I'll show you the both of the way. So let's do some basic circuit connection for fast or slight complex way. Then in the next part or the next section of this button part, we also discuss about the simple connection and simple coding style. Okay, so let's jump into the breadboard and arrange some basic circuit diagram. Okay, let's see our required component. First of all, a breadboard, an Arduino, a two-legged push button, of course, an LED. Here I will use a green LED, a 220 ohm resistor for limiting the current, and a 1K resistor. Okay, now, oh, some jumpers also. So first of all, connect a power rail of the breadboard and place to the 5 volt of the Arduino, and ground pin of the Arduino goes to the another rail of the breadboard. Then take a push button and connect first side or any side to the positive rail of the breadboard, and of other side connect to any pin of the breadboard. Then other side of the button goes to the any digital pin or any analog pin. You can use any type of pin. Okay, here I am using pin number 2, digital pin number 2. And here is the most twisted part. If you just leave this connection, you just complete it such a way, then your button will create some debouncing problem. Why? Because when you press the button, then 5 volt goes through this button, passes the 5 volt to the digital pin number 2. But when you release the button, then Arduino will get confused, because look closely, this pin will be opened. Okay, so we'll take a 1K resistor and connect just before to the digital pin, and the junction point of a button, and another pin goes to the ground rail of the breadboard. Okay, so here is the basic connection of a button. Now take the LED and carefully check the leg size and place to the breadboard. Here you can see my left side is the longer side, so we connect the shorter side or ground side to the ground pin or ground rail of the breadboard, and the positive side we connect a resistor, and another side of the resistor go to directly the any pin of the Arduino. Here I am using pin number 3. So here you can see the button I am using. For button I am using the pin number 2, and for LED I am using pin number 3, and both of them are digital pin. Okay, you can use any type of pin, no problem. Okay, now uh, just remind carefully, because when we uh, done coding, then we have to need this pin number. So let's done some basic coding for the circuit design. Since we are using the digital pin number 2 as an input of the button, and digital pin number 3 as the output of the LED, so here we take two variables, LED and button, and in the setup section we define the pin mode of LED as output and button as input. Simple. Okay, now in the loop function we just call digital read. Okay, digital read button, and it always give a boolean value. If you press the button, it just return you 1, otherwise it returns 0. So if we write digital write LED digital read button, so what will be happened here? Just first it command will be executed, so it returns 0 or 1, that I told you before. If you press the button, this function return you 1, otherwise it returned 0. And since we know digital write function takes two parameters, first of all it takes the pin number of the output pin, and the value, actually the value, it will be 0 or 1, high or low, even false or true. So if we just upload this code, first of we have to need the connection between our computer and our Arduino. I just connect my Arduino to my PC and select a board and port also. Then if we hit enter, it takes some time, a little bit time, and uploaded successfully. Then let's check what just happened here. Okay guys, our code uploaded successfully, and now if we hit the button, you can see our LED turns on, and when we release the button, the LED goes off. So we just completed our first task successfully. Now we just disconnect some components and rearrange the same circuit, and done it just simplest way. Okay, so what we have to do, we just remove our resistor, and then let me unplug the connection. Okay, then you can see previously we just connect the positive rail of the breadboard. Now simply we just connect the ground pin, and Okay, simple. Just recheck here. No register, no complexity. Just take a uh, button and just press on side of the button to the ground rail of the breadboard, and another side of the button goes to any digital pin. Here I am keeping the same connection 2 and 3 as well. So let's me some modify the code and reset these things. Okay, this is our first example code. Let me just modify it. First off, we need a library. uh, it is button. What we have to do is just goes here, it is our library manager section. Here you search button, and you can see this is this is the library that we want. We already installed it. So first you have to install the library and done the further things. So we included our button library, then create a object. Okay, button, my button, and here we pass a variable that is our button pin number 2. Okay, just remove this section. We don't want this this line also. Here we just write my button dot begin, and here you can write if my button dot pressed, then digital write the high, and else is low. Simple connection, but a little bit maybe a little bit complexity for you if you are beginner of Arduino programmer. But it will be used to for you um, when you are using day by day. Since the connection is simple, so I always recommend this library. If you use this library, you can use button most easiest way. So then we connect our Arduino board to the computer and select board and port, then hit upload button. Okay, and uploading done. So again check on my breadboard, and uh, let's see what's happened here again. Okay, now press the button, and you can see our second program worked as well. So it was our the basic application of a button. We just controlled manually a LED through a button. So in the next section we discussed about LDR and done some cool stuff. So stay tuned.